Welcome to Beer Cap TV. Or what? I'm wearing a hat. I ain't never wearing no
Looks
hat.
good on you, Greg.
Thank you. It looks good on you, and well, there's you. But I thought I'd join the party. I felt like the outcast, so they brought me a hat. So what do you think?
Outcast, let's do a brewcast.
Hey, that's a great idea. These guys are sharp. Come back, and we're going to talk about a special beer, and we'll find out just what the Schell's going on.
If you're looking for serious, in-depth beer information, well, you're listening to the wrong show. But if you want fun and entertaining beer information, you've come to the right place. It's another Beer Guys TV podcast.
Well, welcome again to this Beer Guys TV brewcast from the studio in Glencoe, Minnesota. Greg Johnson along with Shane Zeppelin and Brenton Anderson and these hats. So the flat caps.
Or newsboy cap.
Newsboy.
Newsboy.
See, I'm a rookie at this. There's the whole hat thing. But you guys look good in them.
It's a working man's hat.
Yeah, we'll see it. And well, you know why? Because we're going to talk about a working man's beer right here from our good friends at Schell's Brewing Company out of New Ulm, Minnesota. And Shane, you got a lot of interesting info on this one because it's got a little local connection to it, I believe.
There's a local flair to this one.
Okay, good. Well, Schell's, of course, has had, second oldest family-owned brewery in America. And so they got a lot of history. We've had a lot of their great beers on the show. And we've been to the facility a number of times. Always fun. And looking forward to finding out about this beer. The only thing, and Brenton and I don't really know much at all about that, which makes it kind of fun for us.
Mm-hmm. It's a discovery night.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yes.
And this hat's just throwing me off here. But it's good. I feel like I'm one of the guys now.
Yeah, you are one of the beer guys.
Oh, woohoo! Okay, so what do we got going on?
Yeah, so I work at a local electric co-op.
Okay.
And one of the co-op's board members, his son works at Schell's.
Oh, well, that is a local connection.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's one connection there. The other thing is that I'm somewhat of a celebrity there.
Well, everywhere, not just there.
Well,
They know about our show.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't?
At least some of them do.
Or at least they make you feel good, right? Yeah, Shane, we love that show. That what do you call it? Show.
Beer Guys TV.
Oh, that's it. That's right. I watch it all the time.
hey, so he's a janitor. It's all good.
Yeah, he didn't say what his job was.
Right.
No. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, so anyway, his son was the one that came up with this recipe.
Okay.
Oh.
The director's son, and we'll just refer to him as Micah.
Micah.
Because that's his name.
That's a good reason.
Not
It's
Mr.
actually
M.
on the can, so
Oh.
Well,
Right.
that's kind of neat.
It'll
You
make
get to
all-
have your
Yeah.
name on the can.
exactly. Micah apparently brews beer at home as well.
Oh, you know how that goes, huh?
Yeah. Cheap.
So I was lucky enough to get a 6-pack of this, and the thing is that this isn't going to be available in 6-packs now. They released a few in 6-packs.
Oh.
But this is going to be in their spring release variety pack.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so as a standalone 6-pack, not so much.
No.
Okay, so you were kind of one of the lucky ones.
Right. There's a few left, or was a few left on the shelf. I understand that, this was one of the last ones, and the person that picked it up for me actually went to New Ulm to get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is about, from here in Glencoe, it's about, what, hour? What'd you say? Not
Maybe
quite.
45
45 minutes maybe.
45,
from
50, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not far.
No.
So I did get a hold of Mike, and I asked if he wanted to be on the show, but he couldn't make it.
Oh, that
And
would've been
I
fun.
said, yeah, it would have been fun. And we will have him on the show.
Maybe
at
I
some
say maybe another time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's open to that.
Does he have to wear a hat too?
I don't know. Maybe we should. That should be a requirement.
Yeah. We'll get Carol. We'll get Carol to wear one next time.
Yeah,
she's
there
on.
we go.
Okay. All right. So
Well, as a side story,
yeah.
how I got started wearing these hats was a few years ago. My wife picks up a hat for herself. It was a flat cap from Hayes Public House.
Oh, well, yeah, up in Buffalo, Minnesota. Yep.
She didn't wear it, and I thought, well, maybe I'd look good in that. So I started wearing it, and sure enough, it just kind of.
Well, you've got the right
It's
haircut
stuck.
for it. Yeah, right.
Ta-da.
You should be wearing a hat. But with your fairly new whiskers, it goes together pretty
It
well.
kind of does, yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't
you
it?
look good. You look very Irish-like, and I
Well,
don't.
my middle name is Patrick, so
Well, there
in
you
March
go.
it's Shane Patrick's Day.
Oh, it's Shane Patrick's Day. I like it. And you, old bearded one. What can I
Well-
say? You are Irish, aren't you?
I'm a little bit Irish.
Yeah. Hence the reddish hair.
Danish.
Used to be real red. What happened?
Well, you get old.
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Children cause stress too.
Yeah.
But I like the caps because of, Bon Scott from AC/DC.
Oh, it's a musical thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal there.
Okay. All right. So back to this beer. So
Yeah.
he developed this recipe, and how did Schell's go? Hey, that's a good idea. We'll try it. I mean, I'm sure it's not that easy.
Well, I will tell you how this happens because
Oh,
I asked him
there's
some
a-
questions.
There's some
and he
story.
actually,
There's a story.
yeah,
there. Okay.
he replied back.
Okay.
So I asked, well, how does this come to be?
Sure.
And he said that Schell's asks employees to design a seasonal beer.
Okay.
And he was asked to design one, the spring release one, and hence,
And they went, not a
This
bad
one.
idea.
yeah. So I won't tell you what he talks about because I asked him, why this recipe and that kind of thing. And so he gave me some pointers, but I'm not going to tell you guys because I'm going to have us do our review first.
Oh, we're going to get into the brew so we can.
Right.
Oh, that'll
And
make more
then-
sense.
Yeah, and then I'll just let you know what he says about his own beer. So,
Should I pop a couple off of here?
yeah, let's grab a couple.
So back to our cap thing. I meant Brian Johnson, not Bon
Oh.
Scott. Sorry.
Brian
I
Johnson.
do
Yeah,
not want to
okay.
disappoint our viewers or
Yeah,
listeners out there that might know something about the whole AC/DC backline. Oh,
Ooh,
look at that.
boy.
Move frothy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be the dibs on the brew here, but I didn't want to get a
So
mess up.
you're not even going to say anything about the name yet?
Oh, we're getting there.
Yeah,
That's pretty darn interesting.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Brent, why don't you go ahead and pour your glass there?
All right. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Right, you're gonna slide her down the side, then pour it down the pipe for some
Wow,
opening.
that
up.
is a
Yeah.
crystal clear,
It is very very clean looking.
very clean.
How about that? Just like ourselves, especially with these hats.
Right.
Yeah. Got an interesting aroma. That might be the kind of the rice coming off of there, maybe.
Could be. So this is the pilot speaking. That's what's printed on the
Oh,
cans.
this is the pilot speaking. Oh, that's neat. Okay.
It shells-
Because it's a pilot series.
It's a pilot series, and
Oh, so
I
this is-
did pick up a variety pack earlier this year, like in February, and that one had a porter
Oh.
in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I would have loved to have tried that.
yeah.
I would have loved it another time.
I enjoy those
So
orders.
it says August shells or A shells, limited batch, and it's a Jasmine Rice lager.
Jasmine Rice is real popular right now for whatever reason. I don't know much about it, but I hear people talk about it for food reasons all the time. So maybe there's something that might hopefully go good in beer.
Yeah,
Well, it's neat how they put everything right on the label. You
Yeah.
got all your got all your hops and
Malts, your Pilsner, Two-Row, Munich, Mendolian.
yeah, Melon Olden,
There we go.
Melon Olden. Yeah,
And Jasmine Rice.
how about that?
yeah.
And Saws is it Saws?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hersbrucker.
And Magnum. Magnum, that seems
Magnum.
appropriate.
Huh.
Magnum.
You used to drive one of them, didn't you?
Yep, and that's the name of my business too, by the way.
Oh, your side job.
My
Side gig.
real job. Yeah, part of the Pilot Brewing series, and this is the pilot speaking. I like that.
Yeah.
I like to play on words there. And Micah's name is autographed right on there, and it's 4.8% on the ABV and 25 on the IBUs. So not real hoppy, probably, and very sessionable at 4.8.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
They do have a little description on the side.
Okay. Hello, this is the pilot speaking, and we do hope you're enjoying your flight of beer. We're very excited to welcome you to the series of international flights this season with our first stop in Japan. Aha, hence the rice, right? This Jasmine Rice lager is a pleasant, smooth landing into a spring balanced, crisp with light floral hints and a clean finish.
All right.
Again, welcome aboard.
So we
I
have to
added that.
search for the floral hints.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. See what Micah has come up with. And
Yeah, I am too.
He was he making this in his home brewing efforts prior, and decided, hey, this could be good for the masses. And
Yep.
that's kind of neat that the company that big still does something like that, where they ask the employees to
Yeah.
come up with and then I suppose they have to find them down until they get the ones that go, okay, this one fits, this one does not, or that kind of thing.
Well, and I was told, not by Micah, but I was told by his dad that he'd even come up with costing as well.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like what's it going to cost to
Sure.
produce this? And
That's
that
smart.
kind of thing. So
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose if it was going to be a big spendy thing, they'd probably go, oh, well, we'll see.
it'd be a limited series.
Well, you've delved in. Any initial thoughts?
We know that one serving just isn't enough, so there's more Beer Guys TV on tap and coming up.
Beer Guys TV brings you beer reviews and beer-related information in a fun and clean, entertaining way. Our website is a combination of beer articles, reviews, products, videos, and now podcasts too. And you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Check those out. Please take a moment to visit our sponsors as well and tell them that you heard about them or saw them right here on Beer Guys TV. That will allow us to continue to bring you entertaining beer reviews and other fun stuff your way. And remember to enjoy your beer in moderation, never drink and drive, and always use a designated driver. That way you'll be around to enjoy more beer tomorrow. Hey, thanks for listening. And now, back to the show. Dry finish, I can give you that much.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
I would agree.
So the mouthfeel is dry. It doesn't stick around long.
No, it's clean.
Yeah. Leaves a little bit of that back end taste that you would expect from a lager.
Mm-hmm. I like the aroma. There's something there.
Yeah.
Something more than just
Yeah, it's not
like a
just,
typical lager would have.
yeah, and that might be the Jasmine Rice, maybe, I don't know. But it is the Pilsner malt kind of come off there a little bit, and that's maybe that flavor that you get from a Pilsner.
Yeah, I taste that.
Yeah, on the back of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let one of you guys maybe start off and give
Okay.
your opinions and what you might rate this in our rating system, which is what, Greg?
It is, try it. If you think, hey, if nothing else, you got to try this one. If you go, man, that's something I want to keep in the fridge and have on hand, and that's a buy it. Or if it's like, for me, not so much, I'd skip it. So try it, buy it, skip it.
All right.
And there you go. So, Brenton, you want to give it a whirl?
All right.
Okay.
So let me.
Yeah, kind of refresh the palate.
I do pick up on a slight floral hint.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a lager, but at the same time, to me, I get hints of that Pilsner malt in there, which I enjoy Pilsners. This is, it's not a bad beer at all. It's very kind of crisp, really clean flavors on it. Nothing really stands out, too boldly for me on this one. But this one could be, I could definitely see nice hot day sitting down on the porch having one of these. Maybe at the barbecue. So I mean, for spring release, I think it's probably a good choice.
Yeah.
If you're looking for this style of beer, so say more along the lighter lager kind of aspect of things, I'd say it's worth looking at and maybe trying to buy it.
So,
Try it or buy it.
So,
I would say try it.
Try it and then buy
I'd say
it.
try it, and it might fill a role for that kind of thing. The hot days and the barbecuing and or fishing,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something on the boat. Yeah.
I can see this working well for that.
All right.
So I'd say try it.
So
Awesome.
try it from Brent.
Yes.
And now me with my hat and beer. I feel kind of like, ooh. uh, it's a very, it's not over the top one way or the other. It's not a real sharp, the hops don't, hit you. Like I said, it definitely has the Pilsner comes off pretty strong to me. If anything stands out, it's the Pilsner. And that extra flavor, that might be the Jasmine Rice that I'm kind of not really. Floral, I guess slightly. It's not a standout. It's a hint
Yep.
hint thereof. So
Yeah.
if you like pilsners, if you like basic lagers, I think especially if you're not a hardcore craft beer person, you might go, okay, I could drink that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
So yeah, I would go with the try it as well. It's not over the top or man, I gotta have this, but yet it's something like if I come over to Shane's place and he say, hey, I got some of these. This is the pilot speaking beers in the fridge. I go, me and my hat, we'll try one.
There you go.
So try it for me.
So try it. All right, 2 try-its. Okay, so then I will give my opinion, and then I will read to you what Micah says about
Okay,
it.
that's a deal.
Yeah. I get that light floral, which I like. It's nothing over the top.
Sure.
Again, if you are a regular beer drinker, even a light beer drinker, you could probably delve into one of these.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it wouldn't scare you away.
Sure.
Right.
I get a hint of sweet with this, and not it's not overpowering, but it's kind of on the back of the tongue.
Yep. Real
So as you
faint.
let it sit there just a little bit, you kind of get a hint of sweetness, and I suppose rice itself is a little sweet. I'm not talking about sugar rice, but even if you
Yeah, right.
just regular white rice, there's some sweetness there. But I've recently had a grain belt, which I like grain belt if it's going to be a hot
Oh yeah,
day,
yeah,
and
nothing
that's
wrong with
just
that.
kind of straight up.
Yep, that's working man's beer right there.
American beer,
Especially
right?
you wear a hat like this.
Right.
Yeah.
This to me reminds me of that but more flavor, right? And I don't know if a grain belt is a rice beer.
No,
it's not,
it's got
so-
adjunct
adjunct
grains in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not rice.
So and I've had like Budweiser's, that's a rice beer. But this has more flavor than a Budweiser.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a buy it, and I think it stands well in this category on its own, and more flavorful than other types of beer like this that I've had. Definitely more flavorful than other rice beers
Sure.
that I've had. So it's a buy it for me. And now, unfortunately, you can't get it in a 6-pack, so you're gonna have to get the variety pack now.
Which is okay. You get some of the other good beers
Yeah.
from Schell's as well. Yeah. So okay, so I'll buy it and a couple of tries.
Yeah, and it's a straight up working man's beer.
Yeah, this is nothing fancy for sure. If you're looking for a double hopped IPA or something like that, this ain't it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not a hazy.
No, right. No, it is clear and
But,
clean.
yeah, it
for
looks
sure.
very good in the glass.
Yep.
It does.
So let
Yeah,
me read to you what Micah
Okay.
has to
Yeah,
say.
yes, please do.
Because I asked him why Jasmine Rice.
Sure.
And he said that it's a homebrew recipe that he really liked. The Jasmine Rice adds a little nutty character that he thinks complements the floral that you get from the noble hops. The nuttiest, he said that the nuttiness didn't come through this brew as much as it did with the homebrew. But he said that's probably because he went from a 5-gallon recipe to a 100-barrel recipe.
Yeah,
Right.
that would do it.
So
That's quite a
you know,
difference, yeah.
Exactly. He said the recipe was inspired by a podcast, of all things,
Oh,
right? That he listened to that had Los Angeles Ale they do a lot of different rices in their lagers, apparently. But in any case, but he said his favorite part of the beer is that the finish makes you crave the next sip.
I can kind of see that because you kind of left with that dry mouthfeel or finish. You kind of went, I'm thirsty again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Yeah. Aha. Mm.
So yeah, that's what he says about it.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much spot on what we kind of talked about, other than we didn't
Sure.
mention the craving the next sip part. But
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It
Right,
dry.
yeah.
It has such a clean finish that it's like, man, did I even have something? So
Yeah.
I'll try it again.
Yeah. And again, at 4.8% ABV, you can have a couple three of these bad hombres and no problem.
Well, space them out a little bit.
Oh, right, yeah, you
Have them
want
with a burger.
Yeah.
Or the porterhouse,
Well, with
or porterhouse.
Oh, I'm thinking about barbecue season,
Oh.
Yeah.
grilling season.
So there you go.
There you go. Well, there you go. If you're looking for something to try this spring and summer, check it out from Schell's from their pilot series. This is the pilot speaking. And thanks to Micah for the insight.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get him on the show one of these times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. So a local brewer working for the big brewery out of New Ulm, Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, but all right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Beer Guys TV with the Schell's Pilot Series Brew. And again, thanks to Micah and Shane and Brent. I'm the other hat guy, Greg. And until next time, here's to ya. Extra, read all about it.
Beer Guys TV reminds you to drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and always use a DD. Be sure to expand your beer list by trying something different. Remember to check out BeerGuysTV.com and find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening to this Beer Guys TV podcast. Sponsor messages you hear on our podcast are paid endorsements unless otherwise stated. These messages help us bring Beer Guys TV to you. We encourage you to support our sponsors so that we may continue to provide quality entertainment and information. Our reviews are honest opinions. Your opinion and taste may vary. We encourage you to try beers and products for yourself and form your own opinions. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what beer you like and send us your suggestions for us to review. You can contact us at beerguystv@gmail.com.
Because we're having a working.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with beer, but that's okay. That's part of the mystery.
working man's beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Beer Guys TV, shot lager, take one.
Okay, actually, wait, you ready with the real clapboard, or are you?
Oh.
Okay,
No, that's
oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought, well, okay, all right, we're done funning around.
Yeah.
We're getting down to business.
Focusing.
Okay.
We're recording.
Because I'm parched.
Oh, I see.